Joining us now from Mississippi, U.S. House Democrat Bennie Thompson. He is the ranking member on the Committee on Homeland Security. Congressman, thanks so much for taking the time.
Thank you for having me.
So President Trump says he's standing by Kristi Noem. What's your reaction?
Well, I'm not surprised. He appointed her. A lot of us have been critical of her work. I even asked her in a hearing in November that she should be fired. Obviously, she wasn't. And Democrats at this point are at wit's end in terms of trying to get the Homeland Security Agency under control. So we're really left with not many options beyond impeachment. And as you know, we are moving in that direction right now.
Of course, though, without a majority, how do you proceed to impeachment? Do you believe that any Republicans would join you?
Well, obviously, we would hope so, Jim. But I think Democrats can't just sit back and do nothing. What we are hearing from our constituents, what we're hearing from people who say, well, you know, I really supported the president, but on this issue, he's wrong. I don't like what I see ICE is doing. I don't like what they're doing to American citizens, and we're a better country than that. So Democrats are taking the leadership on this issue in the absence of the president doing something. We'll put it before Congress, and obviously, if we lose, we will not stop fighting and pushing back on what's right in the country.
Of course, you now have the funding bill at stake here. Do you believe that Democrats have the votes in both the Senate and the House to force through measures to restrict DHS going forward in exchange for passing a funding bill?
Well, we hope the Senate will do what's right. I understand Leader Schumer has taken a forward position to take the DHS authorization out of consideration for it to be held separately, and that there are negotiations underway to do a number of things to rein in the Department of Homeland Security's overreach as it relates to ICE's performance and its lack of performance with American citizens. Jim, what people have seen with their own eyes is just horrific. We are hearing from people all over the country saying, I just don't like what I see. Is reminiscent of a dictator being in charge, and we are a democracy. And so win, lose, or draw, Democrats are in this struggle for accountability on ICE and the Department of Homeland Security. Kristi Noem is in charge of it. So the buck stops at Kristi Noem's desk.
Are Democrats willing to shut the government down to force changes to that DHS spending bill?
Well, I think everything's on the table. I don't want to be as direct because it'll start obviously over on the Senate side. But from what I'm picking up from people all over the country, the two murders that we've had in Minneapolis, the overreach by ICE on American citizens. We have 4 times more ICE agents in Minneapolis than we have local law enforcement. That is absolutely terrible. Historically, federal resources always have been used to augment state and local resources. But you can't come in and just do what you want to do and disregard state and locals. I'm happy that the president is finally speaking with the governor and the mayor of Minneapolis. That's how it should have been in the beginning. And so if this means that ICE pulls out, if this means a lot of things, then we need to fix ICE so they can't go back to another city and do the same thing. And so the challenge for this administration, if they want to do right, all they have to do is work with Democrats, and we're prepared to do it.
Mm-hmm. As you know, Greg Bovino has been removed from leadership in Minneapolis, Tom Homan going in. In your view, is that a meaningful change in those immigration operations?
Look, that's just musical chairs at the top leadership of ICE. You don't make change by just moving someone out and bringing the same type mouthpiece in another suit. So what we want is substantive change. We want someone who will work with local law enforcement, local elected officials, if there's a problem, and collectively work to resolve them. What people all around the world have seen with their own eyes, citizens being harassed, being pepper sprayed, all those kinds of things, just for being in the area. And so when I see thousands of people standing in sub-zero weather, protesting what they are involved with, it means that people are tired. They are calling members of Congress. They're calling everybody they know, say we have to do better. So Democrats are prepared to work with Republicans, but we got to work on substantive change, and it can't be business as usual.
Well, Congressman Bennie Thompson, thanks so much for taking the time to join the brief.
Thank you for having me.